All right, so Lakia. Hey, the video cut out, but I'm going to just continue, right? So I was going into, speaking about this place is not our rest, that we're in the land of our captivity, and the Israelite man is continuously being oppressed out here, right? And we're out here to warn our people, let them know that they're the Israelites, that Yahweh Shemeshah has a great glory set up for them, but they must repent and they must seek Yahweh Shemeshah, right? So I'm gonna just continue with what I got. I don't want to your brothers, it'll be edifying, to the body. Baruch chapter 3 and 8 says, "Behold, we are yet in this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God." So what I'm speaking on, right? We're cursed from all angles, right? And this curse fell upon us, these plagues fell upon us because we forsook the ways of the Heavenly Father. The laws and commandments. We didn't want to walk in the covenant that Yahweh Shemeshah made with his people, right? We went against the grain, but we would have had it made. So now we have to suffer these payments. We have to suffer child support. We have to suffer the woman above us, right? We have to suffer, being a reproach and a byword, right? And looked at upon as the scum of the earth, right? Verse 9 says, "Hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understanding wisdom. How happened in Israel that thou art in thy enemy's land, that thou art waxed old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead." Right? So we're in a strange country, right? This place does not pertain to us. We have no continuing city, right? All these other heathen nations, they come pass above us, right? But yet, through the Spirit, right, we're the true biblical Israelites. Hispanics and Native Americans and Latinos and so-called African Americans are the biblical Israelites, which means you are the heirs of the promise, meaning you're the best nation created. But yet we're suffering punishment, right? How are we suffering punishment? Well, we're in the barrios, we're in the ghettos. Our people, we're the scum of the earth. I mean, we're not, but we are considered compared to all the other nations. That's how they look upon us, right? That's why that's a curse, because in the past, right, in the ancient times, we didn't want to roll with our power Yahweh Shemeshah has set up for us, right? We want to go against it, as we do this day, as we do what we want to do right now. A lot of our people, they're involved in drugs, they're involved in gangs, they're involved in all kinds of things that are abominable to Yahweh Shemeshah. They're homosexuality, transgenders, all kinds of wickedness. Our people are heavily laden with, right? But Yahweh Shemeshah has a problem with that, and so that's why he's put these curses upon us to be on the bottom, right? Verse 11 says, "Thou art counted with them that go down into the grave." These people, we're looked at as useless eaters, right? And if this America was to continue and us be in the state we are, without this knowledge of Yahweh Shemeshah, that breath of life, right? We would be as pursuant to the book of Ezekiel Chapter 37. We'd be as bones, those dried up bones, with no life. But this word, the knowledge of Yahweh has given us life. This is going to bring me to exactly what I just mentioned. Ezekiel Chapter 37. Perfect. From the top says, "The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones," which is America. So people don't around here. It's very few that know that they pertain to a power, that they pertain to an entity that is the greatest. That's going to be the greatest thing magnified upon the earth, right? Verse 2 says, "They caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very, very many in the valley, and lo, very dry. And said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, thou knowest." Hey, so I'm going to continue. "And again said unto me, prophesy unto these bones." And that's what essentially this word we're doing. We're prophesying to our people that are dead bones, because without this word and knowledge of Mashiach Yahushua, there is no you're in a dead case. There is no way out for you. You're gonna die in this pit, which is America. At least you don't come back to the knowledge of Yahweh Shem outside and repent and seek the Creator. So thus said Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. So essentially that's what we're doing. We're giving that breath of life, which is His word and knowledge of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, right? Because here in America we're in a dead case. All right, so I'm gonna just so Yahweh Shem has punished us, sorely, right? And I'm gonna just go to a precept here, which is a classic, here within the nation of Israel. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68, I believe. This is something that Yahweh Shem Yahshua did to His people, right? Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68 says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spoke unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there shall you be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And that's the case that we're in, right? For the most part of our people, right? There's wicked people within our nation, the 2/3, and if they do get ahead temporarily, right, it's because they've done something wicked, right? And ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you're still in a dead case, because ultimately your outcome is going to be utter destruction as well. At least you have this knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahshua that can save you. The knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, right? That's what we're out here giving our people, right? Because in the times to come, very shortly, without the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahshua of the nation of Israel, you're gonna be sore displeased and vexed. There shall be gnashing of teeth. There's a great famine that's coming, insurrections, uproars of the people, plagues, nothing but evils, right? Which I'm gonna grab, because we're out here warning our people of these things to come. So just bear with me. It says we're in the beginning of sorrows. We're in the beginning of great death and destruction. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and 50 says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the latter time. And the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's also the reason why Yahweh Shem Yahshua is getting ready to destroy this place, right? So we're out here warning our people of these impending dooms and the solution to get out of it, that they may escape, those that are escaped of Israel, right? We're set up as fishermen, to fish for the elect, to give them this message, of glad tidings and evil tidings. Isaiah chapter 51 and 1 says, hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye seek the Lord, look unto the rock, which that rock represents Yahweh Shai, whence ye are hewn and were shaped in the image of Yahweh Shai, and to the hole of the pit whence you are digged. And we're destined for at least to repent and have this knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Our destiny is the pit. Verse 3 says, for the Lord shall comfort Zion, He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wildernesses like Edom, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. So we're actually telling these people, we're warning them of the things to come, but we're also telling them, hey, at least you repent, seek Yahweh Yahshua, you do have a great glory and a chance of making it out. But you have to do your part. You have to take heed. You have to take warning of these things, And for us man of the Lord, I don't want to talk to the Spirit. We're glad, we're astonished at the mercy of Yahweh Shem Shai, because now that we're in this truth, we know that Yahweh Shem Shai could have left us out, to die. We would have died in this pit. One more time, this pit is America. Psalms chapter 30, verse 3, it says, O Lord, thou hast brought me up. Psalms 30:3 says, O Lord, thou hast brought me up, my soul, from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing unto the Lord. Hey, we're singing. How do we sing to the Lord? We're singing out here by doing this presenting our bodies as living sacrifice, right? That's what we're singing this song of glad tidings, right? Of the kingdom to come, right? And of evil tidings, which is these perils that have not been seen since the beginning of the earth, have ever seen, right? These times are going to be horrible, that are getting ready to befall our people. But see, you got the spirits out here, You got Iskar over there doing the robot, and see, our people are in that what's it called, folly mode, and they're gonna die in folly mode if they don't take this thing serious. What we're saying, we would have been like them. Yahweh Shem Shai could have gave us a reprobate mind, and we would have been moonwalking and doing the robot like dude across the street. That's a clear indicator of the people that's going to be destroyed. And they still don't get it. Psalms 30:3 and 30:4 says, Sing unto the Lord, O ye saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. Right? Yahweh Shem Shai is remembering us. For his anger endureth but a moment, and his favor is life. Weeping many endure for a night, but the joy cometh in the morning, it says. And in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. And once we get set up in the kingdom, we got those new bodies, and the law, statutes, and commandments are in our inward parts. We're not going to be moved. We're going to be set up in our righteous lot, unmovable, under Yahweh Shem Shai. Dwelling in peace and dwelling in righteousness. Those are those glad tidings. We'll jump over this one because this one caught my eye. Psalms 31:5 says, Into thy hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord, Yahweh of truth. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in the Lord. Say so to the Spirit. So we hate all these vain things, that Yahweh Shem, that these people in the world do, right? And like I said, it's a blessing that Yahweh Shem Shai is giving us His knowledge, giving us His name in these dark times that we're living in, and that we're getting ready to see as well. It's about to get real nasty out here, bro. It's about to get really, really bad.
And teaching.
Yeah, teaching telling our people, right? Which is nation. We're set up through the Spirit, in these last seconds of the world to warn our people, which is the nation of Israel. If you read this book, right, the Bible, it's talking to, or it's for the nation of Israel, right, which is the Hispanics, and the Americans, and African Americans. I myself, I'm considered in this world a Hispanic. I'm a Mexicano, but
that too,
right? Okay, so that's good, because that would make you. Look at my chart here, that would make you an Israelite, right? From the tribe of Issachar. So these people actually are the greatest people in the world. We are the greatest people in the world. The Hispanic, Latinos, Native Americans, African Americans, being that your father's line is of that nation, right? And we have a promise. We have a promise of everlasting glory, but we have to seek out our power, which is the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, and this is who this book is for. And to seek out our Lord, we have to go under His ways and the way He wants us to be, the which is the law, statutes, and commandments, right? We have to follow those to the best of our ability, the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. One is to love our brother. That's why we're out here on the streets to give him this message of because there's evils that's gonna follow the world, and then there's a good things that's gonna follow our nation as well, which is the kingdom. But you need to get out. You need to get out of what you're into right now, because I could tell through the spirit, you got shit. You got demons that you need to push out because those is gonna. Right now, Yahweh Shimi Ashai can't look upon you like he don't want you like this. He wants you to put this shit away, man. Put this shit you're into away, right? Seek the Creator, pray a lot, pray a lot, pray that you come out of this shit, bro, and you'll be healed, But the way, if it's just another in and out of your ear, well, and ultimately that's the way it is for most people. There's nothing but utter destruction is gonna come. And
yeah, but what if it just plays out the right way,
It's gonna play out the way it's written, and the right way is some men are gonna seek salvation. Some men is gonna.
We don't deserve discomfort, so it is now.
Yeah, we gotta do our part, because right now the flesh, right? The flesh is the bodies that we're in. Hey, Shalom, brother. Hey, you're an Israelite? You're a Hebrew Israelite? I can't hear you. You know that, right? Hey, then you need to be out here with me. You know why? Because we're getting ready. This is it, man. This is gonna be the last days for you to do something for the Lord. You need to do something, because if you don't, you're gonna. Okay, but the scriptures tell us to present our bodies as living sacrifices, right? We gotta be not hearers of the word, but doers of the word. We gotta be out here preaching the glad tidings for our people, which is the nation of Israel, right? The 12 tribes of Israel, you know that, right? And see, it's like what I'm going into today is we're speaking about. It's a miracle. It's a miracle for us just to know our power, Yahweh Shimi Ashai, the God of Israel, right? And to even come to the fruition of knowing that we have a power, because our people are destroyed. Because our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And this brother right here, he might not be a Judite, an African American, but he's a Mexicano. But he makes him an Israelite. So, but if you see the condition is, he's destroyed. He's better. And this happened to me the other day. I was preaching, and I seen one of my best friends worse than this guy. All drug addicted, not everything. And just a year ago, he was flying high, right? Job, house, career, everything. So you can see how fast how Shimi Ashai can bring you up and bring you down. So we have to be fearful now. We have to be fearful in the Lord, because he can take everything away from us like this any moment. So you need to come out here, brother, and seek the God of Israel. I don't know what doctors you follow, but we preach the doctrine of Yahweh Shai. Have you ever heard of that? Yahweh Shai? Okay, so then you already know. You already know a lot. That's a very that's gonna be a valuable resource to know. Hey, if I'm gonna let you go, but hey, man, do what you got to do to. It says doing everything that we need to do everything. In essence, we need to do everything we can to stand in that day, because it's coming. But there's glad tidings, right? I mean, there's evil tidings and glad tidings. It's not. Our people have a great inheritance, and promise, but you need to fight for that promise. Scripture says, hold thou fast with what you have. Meaning, hold thou fast with tribe, which is the knowledge of Yahweh Shimi Ashai, and let no man take that crown. Let no man take that crown, and don't let being afraid, your boss, your people talking, people thinking whatever they want to think. Don't let them stop you from doing what you know you should do. All right, shalom, brother. I'm gonna continue. All right. Hey, so it's beautiful, because now we have people that this thing is not a secret no more, and that's actually an indicator to the times that we're in, right? Which is the end, because people are coming to the knowledge of the name, right? The real name, not what the white man gave us, right? The real name, the Hebrew name, How about Shem Yahushai? That holds power. That name holds power, brother. All right, shalom, man. All right. Hey, so I'm gonna just continue, right? Hey, so that's a beautiful. A Judite right here, you know. He knows the names, you know. I told him, well, you need to do what you got to do to stand in this day that's coming. We're just going to continue with what I got. So, you know, some people are going to take heed and some people are not. The majority are stick-necked people, right? Baruch chapter 2. Baruch chapter 2 and 30 says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of the captivity, thou shalt remember themselves." And that's what's happening right now. We're remembering ourselves. We're coming back to the knowledge of who we are. And see, this goddamn devil, he's scared of that. He knows that. He says, once the elected seal, or once this word goes out to the four corners of the earth, that's it. Y'all about to trying to close the plug on this devil, right? You know, it'll be the end. It goes into Esau and Jacob, you know. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the world that follows. So Esau Edom understands this, you know. So that's why it's imperative for us to come out here and preach and tell our people, you know, the good news, you know. Verse 32 says, "And they shall praise me in the land of the captivity, and think upon my name." And that's what I told him. I told him the name Yahweh Shem Yahushai holds power, and that he needs to be doing this because this is it. This is going to be your last shot to do what you can for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, "And they shall praise me in the land of the captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. It says, and I will bring again in the land which I will bring them again into the land which I promised them unto the fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it." And we're gonna be priests and saints, you know. We're gonna be kings. We're gonna be gods, like into Hamashiach Yahushai. "And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished." Yahweh Shem is going to give us our full strength. All these other nations are not going to have us in a reproach and a byword. We're not going to be in the condition that we're in. We're going to be the glory and excellency of the world. Verse 35 says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. And so that's some good tidings. That's that good news. That's these things that we're going to be rejoicing in, you know. Let's see. I think I got that. So we're gonna beautiful. We're gonna be raised up. We're gonna be raised up out of this low condition, you know. Isaiah chapter 10 and 20 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth." So we're no longer going to be subjected to Esau Edom. We're not going to be no longer subjected to these heathen nations. We're not going to no longer have to deal with these heathens and having to serve them. It's going to be the other way around. These nations are going to be going to have to serve us, and we're not going to stay upon them as we do now. We have to. This brother was bringing out today, the elder, I should say. He was we would have to go to Esau, I believe, for the one of all things. We're not going to have to do that anymore. Yahweh is going to establish us in our full strength, in our allodial title, right? It says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. It says, for thou my people Israel, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return, and the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. Hey, that's beautiful. The decree, the consumption decree, it says, this is speaking about the elect, it says, yet a remnant of them shall return, the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. For the Lord Yahweh of hosts shall make a consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. We're going to rule all the land in righteousness. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, O my people that dwells in Zion, be not afraid of the Assyrian. Be not afraid of the Assyrian, right? Don't be afraid of Esau. He can't do nothing to you. You have the power in the back of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, he shall smite thee with the rod, and shall lift up his staff against thee after the manner of Egypt. Fear, and I wrote this in my notes, fear not Edom, right? Why? And we're going to be delivered out of our enemies' hands, right? And he's delivered us many, many times before. All right, so that's why we have to put our trust in God and not in man, right? Because man can only kill your body, but the Lord can kill your soul. So that's what we need to be fearful. We need to be fearful, and we need to follow. In essence, we need to follow Hamashiach Yahushai, right? Don't care about what this white devil is threatening you with, right? Come out here and plead your case to Yahweh, make your case known to Yahweh. Cry aloud, spare not, Fight for your crown, right? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Why? Because you're going to want to. You're going to wish you had this opportunity to call on Yahweh Yahushua your power, you so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Latinos, which are the biblical Israelites. Because why? Because Yahweh Yahushua is getting ready to kill. And kill us some more. That's all that's going down. And before he kills you, he's going to torture you. So if you want a way out of that, then you need to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's the one that controls. He heals, he kills, he heals, and he makes alive. Right? You need to seek the mediator, Yahweh Shai. Plead your cause. Plead your case. Hey, but if you have nothing to plead for, you can't say you did nothing. What you gonna say? Oh, I didn't do nothing. I didn't listen. I just kept doing folly. I kept doing what I wanted to do. Kept dancing, not hearkening. Well, what do you think your answer's gonna be? That's like going to the judge and telling me, hey, I ain't been doing shit. I've been on probation, but all I've been doing is drugs and folly. What you think's gonna happen? Spiritual out here. Jeremiah chapter 23:3 says, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again out of their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. It says, and I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. And our people are going to be righteous, and we're going to teach all the other nations of the laws and the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and it's going to be beneficial. It's going to be a benefit to the earth. It says, Scripture says, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. There's going to be a rejoicing. Along with the heathen nation, except Esau, Edom. You already know his destiny. So we're getting ready to be established in great glory. I got Jeremiah 30:10. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 10 says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and they shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make them afraid. For it says, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, that I will make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee. Yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. I believe this is talking about Esau. It says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy, this is Israel, Salakia, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because they sins were increased. Why criest thou for my affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for thy multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee, and that's these curses that our people are in subjection to. It says, So we're in the nation of Israel, Hispanics, Latinos, go ahead, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're in a horrible condition. And that's because Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Creator of the world, has smitten us. He's smiting us. We went off. We forsook the ways that would have had us in straight glory upon the earth, right? But Yahweh Shem is getting ready to raise up His people in these latter times, the end. But we're out here set up as our Lord brought us out to the Spirit and set up as prophets to give warning to our people, let them know that the evil tidings to come and the glad tidings, at least they repent and seek the Creator, the God of Israel, which name is Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So that's what we're speaking. It's because the times that this world's getting ready to experience, well, the scriptures say, it says it's going to be the perils as those, roughly paraphrased, perils that the world has never seen or experienced. So this is going to far surpass everything that's been, all the evil and atrocities that's ever been committed upon earth. These times are going to far surpass what's about to happen, you know? And our people are broken like this Issachar here, right? And I had that experience myself, you know. I went to go study, whatever, and I seen one of my old homies. He was all fucking doped out, right? Cracked out, straight knock. But that's why if we were to stay in the condition that we're in, we would die. We would die in this pit. So ultimately, we need our power, which is Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you know? Revelations 21:4 says, And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. It says, verse 5 says, it's beautiful right here. It says, and he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. So that's Yahweh. He's the one that's sitting upon the throne. Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Yahweh Shem Yahshua makes all things new, right? Verse 6 says, And he said unto me, It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is in thirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. The fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake of which burneth of fire and brimstone, which is the second death, which is this day of the Lord, you know, this day of judgment that Yahweh Shem is going to bring forth upon the earth, which is that thermonuclear fire, right? And you have those things already manifesting themselves, right, in the land of Ukraine and Russia, right? So we need to overcome. The 7 says, Revelations 21:7 says, He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. We want to overcome, you know, we want to hold on to our crown. There's going to be a day of temptation. Well, let me grab something real quick. Well, let me grab something else. Because ultimately what we're going through, right, is a light affliction, right? It's nothing, you know, we're not in a dead case right now. We're not being tortured. So it would behoove you right now to get right with the Lord, to seek your Creator, to endure. These men that you know, you find yourself getting weak, you know, and you're not pulling your full measure. You know, this is a light affliction. So the glory that you're about to receive is going to be worth all these things that you have to deal with, right? Because this is ultimately like a race. You need to endure to the end. And something that's been sticking into my mind, as the elders always said, is we got to be alive. We got to be alive to seek salvation. So, and right now, Yahweh Shem Shai is taking a lot of people out, right? Second Corinthians 4:17 says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Right? We have faith in the kingdom. We have faith in our righteous King. We have faith in our righteous God, and that's ultimately, the faith is the substance of things not seen. You know, so our faith is in Hamashiach Yahushai. It says, "I will look," and the scriptures say, "All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." You know, us believers, you know, we have our salvation. You know, we have our anchor. You know, that knowledge and wisdom and understanding shall be the stability of that times. All these people are going to bug out when these said perils come to pass. Verse 18 says, "While we look not at all the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." And that's what we hope for. That's our desire. You know, the scripture says, "Set up your treasures upon heaven, not upon earth, where moth and rot do corrupt." But set up your treasures upon heaven, where, you know, set up your treasures on heaven, where moth no rust do corrupt. You know, it says that where your mind is, that's where your heart shall be also. And our mind is in the faith of Hamashiach Yahushai, you know, and the doctrine of Hamashiach Yahushai, that we will be saved out of these said perils. You know, at least we continue to endure. What we're up against is just a light affliction. You know, we got to shake the dust off and continue pushing, continue in this ministry. Keep coming out here and presenting yourself as living sacrifices, right? Don't forsake these ways. Don't let no man deceive you. Hold on to your crown, right? Revelation chapter 3. I'm gonna go to Revelation chapter 3 and 11 says, "Behold, I come quickly, hold thou fast what thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh I will make a pillar in that temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him my name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down from heaven from God, and I will write upon him my new name. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches," you know. And he that have an ear, and what the Spirit says to the churches, which is these men out here on the highways and byways that Yahweh Shem Shai is dealing with, right? The elect, hopeful elect, right? I don't know if we get that number. You know, we're telling you what it is. We're telling you that nothing but evil is getting ready to befall America. America's about to be destroyed. Esau, Edom's about to go into slavery. All the kings and princes of the earth right now that think they're in power is about to be thrown out of power, and and they're going to go into subjection under the righteous King Yahushai, and with the foot of the ones that they've oppressed, which is the nation of Israel, right? And then we want to, you know, by doing this, we're pleasing Yahweh Shem Yahshua. We're taking heed to these things, and we're keeping the word, right? Revelation chapter 3 and 10 says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." So there's actually going to be something that's going to happen, which we already know through the Spirit. It's already happening through this. So there's systematically pushing it out there with this variantes and all this witchcraft, right? And this medical experiment, right? Which is going to ultimately lead you into the hour of temptation, which is that digital all, the mark of the MOTB, right? you brothers know what it is already. So we're doing this. Like, how about you start putting the Spirit upon us, to pass these tests, right? These temptations, because we were kind of worthy, We're kind of worthy by doing the will Yahweh Shem Shad. I think I'm getting close to the end, and we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, I believe it's. I wrote it down. I think I have a psalm to end on, and then with that that should wrap up for today. I had to start over like about 3 times, but hey, that's 3 times, that's completion right there. So it's a beautiful time, this is the end, and that's it. Psalms chapter 145, I'm going to start from 17 says, the Lord is righteous in all his ways, and holy is his works. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. Verse 19 says, he will fulfill the desires of them that fear him. He will also hear their cry and will save them. The Lord preserved all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. My mouth shall speak the praise of the Lord, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. Hey, so with that, I want to give all honor and glory to my power, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakadash, right? So in essence, that's what it is, That covered in essence what I wanted to bring out today, Hey, so with that, I want to give all honor and glory to the apostles, great millstone, who taught the truth and who were well. Humble citation to the hopeful elect, pushing this work in truth and sincerity. I say shalom.